Hi, it's me, Daniel, and today is the third day of the BCC Open. So we played round three today, and finally, I broke the egg. Yes, I finally won a game. Okay, it actually wasn't that easy. I didn't play very well today, but I was very lucky. My opponent made some mistakes as well, and I was able to give a checkmate. Okay, let's move on to the game. And in the game, I played the Queen's Gambit, and my opponent played the Slav opening. And here I had a bit of a think. Should I move a4? Right? So to prevent black from moving b5, or should I move e3? Right? So sort of like maybe a more solid Queen Gambit, but I was thinking, I thought, well, I didn't have much good experience playing e3 against a Slav. And I thought, well, let's just go all out, right? Let's try to just win from the get-go. So I played this e4, right? The Gallus Gambit. Why is it the Gallus Gambit? Well, basically, black replies with this, b5. And so you see white's not able to take the c4 pawn with the bishop anymore, right? So basically, white has really done the Queen's Gambit, like the pawn's been given away, right? In compensation for that is white would get a bit of development with the center and maybe more freedom of the bishops, okay? So the game continued, e5, knight d5, and here I didn't want to take yet because I didn't want to give black a good pawn structure, right? Because now black has got the double pawns on the c file. So I thought, okay, I'll just wait a while. If black takes, then I've got a if black takes, then I would have a pawn chain. So I developed my bishop, and actually here my opponent didn't move a very good move. My opponent moved bishop to b7, right? And here, right, I expect the bishop to be quite stuck because black's pawns would be blocking it, right? And here actually what I should have done was I should have pushed my pawn here e6. Okay, by doing that I'll be sacrificing the pawn. But what happens if black takes is then black has got double pawns on e6 and e7. And what follows then is I could have my knight move up to e5, and then maybe a bishop to h5 check. Okay, and black would be in a bit of a bother, spot of a bother there. Unfortunately, yes, I know it's the recurring theme of this tournament, right, for my games. I didn't play that. I castled. And then black played e6, and there goes all hopes of white pushing the pawn to e6. So I had to come up with a different plan. And I decided to come here to see if I could provoke a weakness. Okay, so if white pushes a pawn, whether it's h6 or f6, and then my plan was to move the knight here to e4, right? And then I would see how I could develop. Maybe I could move my pawn up here to f4, or I could maybe move one of my bishops. And black decided to just develop the bishop, so I still moved my knight to e4. Black castled, and here I had a bit of a think, and I thought, I think I'll take the knight here and hope that black takes with the pawn on c6. Black would have a nice pawn chain and a kind of pawn blockade, but it would be blockading its white square bishop. Whereas here you see white's bishop would be able to move really on the king side. And here I was thinking like with this gambit, I'll be able to go for a kingside attack. The position starts to be clearer now. Okay, so I took the knight here. Black got rid of the double pawns, which was good for black, but not so good for the white square bishop. And here, black developed the knight. I was very happy with black moving knight to c6. While it looks natural because it's attacking the d4 pawn, I would have worried a lot more if black had moved the knight to d7, because from d7, the knight would be defending f6 and could push f6 at some point, opening up the king side and for black's pieces to start mobilizing on the king side. So when black moved knight c6, I was like, okay, my plan for the kingside attack still got a chance there. So I moved f4. Black moved queen b6. So you can see here the knight and the queen both attacking the d4 pawn. So I had to move my bishop to defend it. Okay. And then queen bishop moves to attack the knight on g3. I was hoping to use the knight to help attack the king side, but I thought, well, okay, if black trades black square bishop for my knight, that's fine, because then black would have one piece less that could move around in the king side area. And after a long think, I decided to just go all out and go f5. So black took the knight, I took back, and then black took the pawn on e5. Notice here, white cannot take the knight, because if the pawn takes knight, the queen would be able to take the bishop, right? So thanks to the pin here, right, that's a free pawn for black. But it's actually not very good, because it actually helps to open up white's position. So white's pawns are no longer blocking the pieces, right? And so soon, hopefully, my pieces would rampage on the king side. So I move my queen to d2. Not a very good move, right? But I was helping to defend the bishop. So with the threat of attacking the knight here. Okay. So a better move, actually, according to the computer, was f6. Again, another pawn push. Right, and with this pawn push, it actually destroys black's pawn structure, and it actually gives a better chance for an attack on the black king. Okay, anyway, I move queen d2. Black moved the knight back to c6, again, still hoping to get the d4 pawn, right? But I've got other ideas. f6, going for the king. Boom. Okay, notice here, white is behind by 2 pawns, but white's got the beginnings of a kingside attack. Okay, and black moved the king to the side, preparing for rook to g8. Okay, I moved my rook to d1 because I was thinking of moving my bishop away, and I wanted to have at least 2 defenders on the d4 pawn. So black wouldn't be able to take with the knight and then have a nasty discovered check on my king. So I took the rook. I've got my rook on the 7th rank. And here I had a long think. I was thinking of queen c2, threatening mate, but then black could move the rook to g6, and I was thinking, like, that's not very good, because later black could move the other rook, and then now black's got double rooks on the g file. So I decided to just move my bishop, right? And by attacking the rook, and by doing this, okay, I'm opening up the diagonal for my queen as well. So now the black square bishop is no longer blocking the queen. My queen would be able to join in the attack directly. So black offers a rook trade, took the rook, and then my queen went out to check. Okay, and here black has got three choices: h8, f8, and f7. Okay, and here I was really hoping my queen's on the black square, go on the white 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 square. Come on, come on, come on. And we could finish the game quickly, because yesterday I had like a 4 hour plus game and it was really tiring. And I thought like maybe we could finish today's game a bit earlier. And yes, black moves the king to f7, which is a white square. And now, can you see a mate in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Queen and bishop. Yes, I think some of you have got it already. And here it goes. Check. 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 Right, and these are all false moves. Check. Queen f7 check. And finally, queen takes h7 checkmate. And that was my first win ever in classical in about 30 years. So I was very, 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 very happy. And I hope I will play better though in the tomorrow's game, because I didn't. I made quite a number of mistakes in the opening today. So I hope to do better tomorrow. And that's a recap for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.